I know what you're thinking that this is, and it's not. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Phase Reviews YouTube channel. My name is Jordan. If you're new here, thank you for joining me. If you're a subscriber, welcome back as always. On the review table, I have the Eliminator Mega Wash 24, an extremely powerful, widespread wash light that is probably one of the most versatile lighting fixtures you can add to your DJ or band arsenal. In this video, I'm going to show you what comes in the packaging with this light, talk about the really important specs and features, compare it to some of the more well-known options on the market, give you a demo of it in action, and then let you know whether or not I think it's worth picking up for yourself. Before we dive into that, make sure that you subscribe and ring that notification bell, like the video, and as the video goes along, leave your comments down below. But enough about that, let's take a look at the Eliminator Mega Wash 24. There's no denying that this light looks like one of the available options on the market right now, and I'm gonna be very honest with you. I used that other wash light for years. It was an amazing fixture, and I really thought it was one of the best values in DJ lighting around. A wash like this with a super wide, soft beam angle that's very, very bright is so versatile in your DJ setup. You can use it as a black light for a blacklight party, as a strobe light, as a general dance wash. You could use it to cover a ceiling. There are so many uses for a wash fixture like this. And in my lighting book for DJs, I even mentioned that wash lights really should form the foundation of your mobile DJ or band light show. Now, this light in particular improves on what's already on the market in a couple of ways, most notably the fact that this has more LEDs, 24 10-watt hex LEDs, red, green, blue, UV, amber, and white. So extremely bright, very, very rich colors with a wide color palette. But enough about the overview of this thing. Let's talk about what comes in the box. Now I have the box right here. It's empty because I have the bag with the accessories on the table already. I've been testing this light, and what you need to know, besides the light itself, you're going to get, of course, your user manual. You're going to get your IEC power cable. Gotta have that. Nothing too long, but it's good quality as always. And then you're gonna get an IR remote. Now, Eliminator / American DJ, they are known for including these remotes. Most DJs are not gonna use this. However, I have found myself turning towards these more and more over the years. When I don't have clients paying for a DMX light show, when I don't wanna mess with programming, this is nice to be able to put the fixture up on a stand and at least have control over a few parameters without having to get up on a chair or crank it down or anything. Now, it is an IR remote, so you do have to have line of sight. The length, the distance that it can go is not that long, but all in all, it's free. They include it in the light, so it's nice to have. Now, when it comes to the Mega Wash 24 itself, let me throw this down here. It is a hefty and large light. Large in the fact that if you compare this to the option that's already on the market, this is a touch bigger dimensionally. And again, it has more LEDs on the front panel. Instead of 3 per pod, you're gonna have 4 per pod. All metal design and a bracket here on the back with big plastic knobs to tighten this down. These are so much better than small wing nuts. You've got a full, over 180 degrees of adjustability there. And one of the coolest things about this light is that you can remove the lighting bracket here and put it on the top. So right now I have it attached on the back, but if you prefer to hang this from trussing, you can take the whole bracket off and clamp it on the top, and that way it hangs more vertically down. You can also, if you've got this on like a T-bar or something, or just kind of a vertical pull, you can have it out the back and have it pointing straight outwards. So that's not something I've seen before. Being able to move the mounting clamp, I really, really like that. Now, around the back, you're gonna have kind of your bog standard safety hook right here for your safety cable, which there's not a safety cable in the box. You're also gonna have IEC in and a regular Edison plug out, so you don't have to have IEC daisy chaining cables. If you're not doing this maybe as full times as other production companies, not needing IEC connector cables is great. You also have DMX in and out, 3-pin of course, and then up at the top you have, if I can pull this out of the way, there we go, you're gonna have your 4-digit LCD digit display with your standard menu up, down, and enter button. So nothing crazy there. Now, before I zoom in and show you the menu panel and walk through some of the settings, let me tell you about the specs that stood out to me. Of course, the 24 10-watt LEDs are phenomenal. Watts are not a measure of brightness, they're just power consumption, but they do correlate somewhat. And having compared this to the other option on the market, I would say that this is definitely brighter to my eyes. I don't have like a light meter to test, but the output looks great. Now, the previous light that I've used before is still insanely bright. Like 2 of them can cover a gymnasium most of the time. So that extra output maybe just gives you a little extra punch for some outdoor events, but theoretically, I mean, even 2 of these is gonna cover a large majority of the standard mobile DJs events. Now, this has automatic modes with some built-in programs, and you can adjust the speed on those. It also has sound active mode with adjustable sound sensitivity, which is a huge perk. And then it has built-in color macros if you don't want to color mix, or if you want to go in and control each individual color diode, you can do that as well. Now, you can turn the IR remote functionality on and off, which is something that I liked, so you don't get like errant signals from, I don't know, other objects or electronic devices in the room. So you can turn that setting off if you don't want to use it. And it does have master slave or primary secondary, what they call it now. So you can just turn one of these on to whatever program you want, be it auto or sound active, and then hook a DMX cable to another light, turn that to the address setting, like the DMX mode, but don't actually enter DMX mode, and it will copy the master light. So that's really nice to see. All right, so here's a close-up look at the back of the Mega Wash 24. I had to bring down the exposure a bit so that you could see the screen. It's running in the back, but you've got your bracket, safety hook, ins and outs there at the bottom, and of course the menu with the buttons right here. So it's in auto mode right now. If I hit menu, it will cycle through to the speed control, the sound active mode with its sensitivity control, the master dimmer, which, oh my gosh, so awesome they included that. Your custom light mixing, custom color mixing right here, your IR on-off functionality, and then you've got your address mode. Now, if you want to do master slave, you just take the secondary lights, the slaves, or whatever you want to call them, and take it to this mode right here, but you don't have to click anything else. If it's on this, this will act as the secondary light. Hitting the menu again takes you to your channel settings, so if we hit enter, you can see we've got our 3-channel, 6, 10, and 40, okay? Hitting menu again will take us to the color macros, and then one more time back to the auto mode. Again, you can hit enter on this, and that's where you're going to adjust your program settings from 1 to 18, okay? And it will save like you see right there. Again, hitting menu, you can adjust your speed of your auto programs right now. Mine's at 60, you got 0 to, I believe, 99. I usually keep it about middle of the road, so I haven't really been on the extremes. Yeah, so up to about 100, which you can kind of see going in the background there, and then back down to 1. So I find that like 50, 60 usually is a good middle ground. Now that is the back of the light. Let me switch back and show you it in action. Now, Eliminator included something in the Mega Wash 24 that I have been wanting forever in my wash lighting, and that is a master dimmer control that does not require DMX. This light is so eye-blindingly bright, and so if you were to take it to a small room and just put it on an auto program or a sound active, it would just overpower and just burn people's eyes. So the fact that you can still use the built-in programs, but tone the output of the light down is an absolute godsend, and really was the final piece of the puzzle for me in having a well-rounded, self-contained automatic wash light. All right, I'm gonna switch over to some video of this light running through some programs while I talk about the performance. It does have built-in auto programs. These are pretty run-of-the-mill. You've got a nice mix between full-on, using all the diode pods, very bright programs, and ones that more scroll through the different areas. You've got some strobing, some non-strobing. All of the colors are utilized. Again, at a long event, these may get repetitive, and to get the full benefit of this light, you're gonna wanna put it into DMX mode. But overall, the automatic programs will suffice for a lot of people. Now, if you truly wanna make this light shine, you're gonna throw it into DMX mode. Up to 40 channels per fixture is phenomenal, and you can really dial in colors and patterns based on the vibe of your event. Overall, though, the Eliminator Mega Wash 24 just pumps out pure rich color at insane levels. Again, for the price, you could buy, I don't know, 8 par cans or, I don't know, 10 bars, but really 2 of these should cover a large majority of rims. Now, if you're wanting it to be like full daytime brightness light levels, okay, maybe not. But for a dance party where you're actually wanting some level of dimness in the room, these things will overpower the majority of crowds. I once did a college dance, 1,500 people plus. I used 4 of the competitor lights that are not as bright as these, and they were more than enough. So I think 2 or 4 of these, even for a very large room, would be plenty. All in all, the Mega Wash 24 is a huge value in my mind. It packs a lot of punch. It's extremely well made, a little bit physically bigger than the other option on the market, but I think the trade-off for power is worth it. If you want to read more about this light, I'll include a link down in the description. You can go check it out. Buy through there. It supports the channel. If not, I would just appreciate you subscribing, ringing the notification bell, liking the video, and leaving a comment. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.